Alright, so this is next video where I previously left off. This is video number 4. And now I'm gonna throw in city. So here's this one. Smoky Red City, I named it. See how naming things is just so much better, and not just for presentation. This one here, I'll grab it, and then when I grab it, I can literally drag it again, since it's a smart object. Drag it, dump it into here. But then someone could say, hey, this is bad, it's a small item, it's a thumbnail, you can't use a thumbnail, because if you scale a thumbnail, it's no good, you're just resizing a small image, right? But it's not true, because this is a smart object. I select it, Control T. When I do Control T as in Tom, you'll notice here, oh, look at that, it's only 20%. Now if I make it 100%, enter, again with the chain link on, dump this, Smoky Red City, underneath everything, and look what we have. I'm gonna do this, like so. But you could say, hey, what about this here? Well, I'm gonna turn all that off. When you show this, select this. Now if I do this correctly, 1 second. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I pause the video for a bit. I'm not gonna put myself through more headache when all I need to do is just, chuck this over right around here. Just enough space. I was thinking about doing a generative fill, but I'm like, nah, not even necessary. This is not looking nice though. So something like that. And that's the, let me get rid of this. Just turn this on. Okay, and then grab this one as the original. Slide it over a bit up to here. There. That's all I need. Okay, so that's that part. If I go into it, right here we are. Probably good to do some cleanup work on this. Close it, because like each asset needs to have edge cleanup. Let me go in and show to put in the back plate for the sky. I am gonna use this one right here, sky. So I grab it, drop it, Control T. It is a smart object. It's only, let me turn this back on. It's only 13%. I'm gonna make it 100%. I'm gonna drop it below everything. Maybe something like that. See? It's kind of artistic in its own way. Off, on. And coincidentally, the colors are working very nicely. It's like a happy accident, something like that. Maybe a little bit lower, something like that, maybe. Okay, maybe I'll just name it Evening Haze Sky plate. Alright, so that's what, only 5 minutes. The smoky red city. I'm gonna hold control, and then while I'm holding control, make sure I'm at the move tool. Holding control, I'm going to click into the little box area where my cursor is for the smoky red city. Just like with the cave, I end up selecting the outline. I'm gonna turn this everything back on, turn this back on. Oh, even better now. Anyway, I need to make the outer edges softer. So when I did that control, I clicked in, right, with the move tool. From there, to activate that little side panel, right, for the blur or softness, I'm gonna just use L for lasso. I'm not gonna really lasso anything. All I wanna do is get this select and mask. Just like with W, it also gives you that select and mask. But like I said, I don't wanna use W because it shows this hot pink overlay, which annoys me. I'm just gonna press L, and I still get this. Click it. Here I am. Zoom in. Hold the space bar. Let's see what I can get away with. Feather +5. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Hold the Alt key to pan out, not pan out, but zoom out. Maybe 7. Ooh, maybe 10 for the feather. Even better. See, this is how easy this is. This looks like shit. This looks horrible. Maybe, let's see how far I can push this. 15. Ooh, 15 is not bad, not bad, not bad. I like 15. Yeah. What does smooth? I wonder what smooth will do for me. Didn't do nothing. Anyway, feather at 15. New layer with new layer mask. New layer with layer mask. And then okay. Bang. There you go. Alright. See? Alright, so that was what, 8 minutes. I'm gonna grab my cave entrance. This part I'm gonna show. Where wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's the one. So the original Smoky Red City, you know what? I'm not gonna delete it. So what happened was that when I did the layer mask thing for the city, it made the copy. This is the copy. This is the original. I'm gonna grab the original. I'm gonna dump it down here. I'm not gonna delete it. I learned my lesson last time. I'm just gonna leave it alone and unlock it. Not unlock it, but hide the visibility. Same with the cave entrance original, because that's the copy. You know, maybe I'll name this as copy. Smoky Red City copy. And then I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna lock it. Grab this. Click into here for this cave entrance. Yeah, see how crisp that is. So I'll just quickly show just a section. Cave entrance. Click onto the black and white mask box. Press B as in Bob. Make the brush smaller using the left bracket. That's the one next to the letter P. P as in Peter. And then black ink brush is 0 hardness. Here, see how sharp this is? No good. At the outer edge. Now that I have a sky backplate, I can see in real time how it's gonna look like when I blur it softer. Click into here, black brush. I'm gonna click once here. Click over here, I'm gonna hold shift. It does that. Before, after. See how barely noticeable that is? Before, you know, looks like no big deal, but once you do it, it's worthwhile. Before, after, before, after. Oh, I can't see good right now. It's messing with my eyes. And then right here, click once. Over here, hold shift. Right here, hold shift, click, see? Same thing, click once, hold shift, click. Click here once, hold shift, click. Click here once, hold shift, click. Click here once, hold shift, and click. Click, hold shift, click. Click, hold shift, click. Click, hold shift, click. Click, hold shift, click. Or maybe I'll just start painting. Either or. See how much that helps. Even here, if I want, go back in, just touch it up, non-destructive editing. Can always bring it back using the white brush ink. Maybe make it smaller. Just trim away here. See? Or make the brush bigger and just tap. See? So you can kind of fake things a little bit, see? So it kind of give it that light bleed, right? Let the light bleed into it, into the cave. The white, the blue haze, right? I'm just clicking outside of it, not touching anywhere onto it. Because if I do that, that happened. See? This is another thing too, doing this. Gives it that atmospheric perspective. Yeah. And in here too. Watch this pink haze fill into here. See? 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 Super neato. And if I ever need to bring it back, press X for a white brush, make the brush smaller, and just see? So you're getting darker. Hence, non-destructive editing. Change it back to black, pressing X, tap 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 tap, tap 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 tap, tap 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 tap. See? Tap 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 tap. Maybe make the brush smaller like here. Tap 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 tap. That way it looks like the grass is translucent. Alright, so that's 14 minutes. I gotta get going. Boom, 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 boom. Like, I'll do this because it's worthwhile for your any student's portfolio, right? Or any person's artist portfolio. It's worth the trouble to do this. Right? Yeah. it's worth the trouble. See? And then, alright, so that's 15 minutes. And I'll get in here, right? B as in Bob. Grab the here, make the brush smaller. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Maybe here, just click once, hold shift, click, click, hold shift, click, hold shift, click, holding shift, click, holding shift, holding shift, click, holding shift, click, click, holding shift, and then click. Just ease it out. There you go. Click, hold shift, click, click, holding shift and click. Holding shift, click, 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 holding shift and click. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. There you go. Holding shift, click, 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 bump, 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 bump. Edge it out nicely. See? See, you could read it right off the bat, areas that need help, because it's so obvious now. Holding shift and click, holding shift gives it a straight little line or angled line without having to brush along brush along manually. Like that. There you go. Alright. So that's that. See, I gotta stop doing this. Alright, so that's 17 minutes. Should save it. And once, if this is happy, right, you grab the cave entrance and the little, see the clipping mask, it only affects this guy. Without the clipping mask, this little drop down arrow, this thing will affect everything. So for example, photo filter red, if I right click this, the release clipping mask, watch what happens to the entire scene. See? This is how it gets ruined. But since with the clipping mask, create clipping mask, bing, it only affects him. This is why I keep on harping on about clipping mask. Anyway, once this is happy, I grab that set, I can right click it, convert to smart object, bang. And rename it cave entrance. And then I'll name it maybe modified, because it's modified. So boom, boom, and double click into it, and here I am. It looks crazy like this, but everything works out afterwards, and everything's in here. Hence, this workflow is excellent, non-destructive. Okay, so that's what, 19 minutes. And then, like I mentioned in here, let's grab one of these asteroids that's gonna nuke LA. I'll grab this one, Meteor 2, drag it, chuck it, and Control T. It's only at 20%. That's how I know this is, you know, smart object modified, because it lets you know the original size, which is this. Boom, underneath that. yeah, and then oh, that's huge, and then make it smaller like this. So I have my background. Foreground and background props. 4 more. The non-essentials are like the tent, you know, and maybe some trash or things like that. But this is important. So make this even smaller. 75% maybe. Yeah, something like that. See? And this needs a lot of touch-ups. Oop, wrong one. Meteor. Same thing. Hold Control, click it, and press L for lasso. Because all I want is this. Zoom in. That way I can get a nice feather. 10 pixels versus nothing versus 10 pixels. You can try Shift Edge. Something like that. So if I have shift Edge at 0, watch what happens. If I have feather at 0, see what happens. Huge difference. Shift Edge minus 25. And then, or first let's just do this. Feather at 15. 20. 20 at feather. Then Shift Edge minus 20. Yeah. Hold Alt to zoom out. So it got fall off, and it helps to blend in. Change this to new layer mask. Hit OK. Bing. See how it blends in? Then the mirror, right? This is the mirror original. Name it original. Grab it, chuck it underneath. Lock it as a backup. This mirror 2, maybe I'll name it modified. Right? And then same thing. Layer, adjustment layer, photo filter, clipping mask, so it only affects the Doomsday Meteor. Okay. Density at 40. Right? Off, on, off, on. See? Off, on. It blends in with the implied sunset. See, it's touching the sunset. Warming filter. Yeah. Photo filter. Orange for meteor. And then meteor 2. I can go in. See? Go into the little black and white mask. Press B as in Bob. Make it smaller. And then do the thing with this black color. Maybe I can just make it a shade of dark gray, so it's less potent and how much it trims. Yeah. Make it regular then. Click, hold shift, click, hold shift, click. That way I get patches. here, click, hold shift and click, click, holding shift, click, click, holding shift and click, 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 hold shift and click, 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 click. See how much that helps? Look, it's looking sick. Click, hold shift and click, click. I'm just holding shift. That's all I'm doing. Like that. You know? Holding shift, click, click, click. There. See? Flawless. And I can add maybe a blue layer, new adjustment layer, photo filter, click that, color, no, just this, okay, and then I'm going to choose blue or cyan, see, this is wild, like that. Cyan for meteor, and then again go into it, press B as in Bob, make the brush bigger and take away some areas, you know, maybe like here, maybe some of it here, like here, and then let this be a kind of skyish color. See? Well, this is more red for lighting this area from here, implied. Right? Maybe, ooh, yeah, do that. Or maybe set this to lighter shade of gray. Maybe it's too gnarly looking. Just do that. See, all within here. Off, on, off, on. Maybe I'll do this, you know, off, on. Maybe I'll do that, you know. This I like. I'll do that a bit. Off, on. Like that. Off, on. Because maybe it was just too fiery red, you know. Maybe over here, give that red back. A lot of tonal value, color values blended in. And then this, I can grab these together because they are set. Right click, smart object. There. And then there's a whole process for everything else. That's like what, 30 minutes? I'm gonna leave it like that. So again, that's the workflow. And one last thing, you know, maybe I'll grab this, and then maybe Control T, make it 100%. Change this to, why ain't it changing, man? Just freaking change it. Lighter color, ooh. Kinda like that. Screen. Maybe I'll put it somewhere like here, perhaps. And put it underneath the cave. I kinda like this too, though. Maybe I'll just do that, and maybe just for the city. Like that. Fire sky, give it a mask. Press B as in Bob, make it bigger. Change it to pure black, ink. take away this. See this? Take it away. Give some fire down there, randomness. Oh, see, it's taking away some of that brightness that I like. Maybe I'll just scoot it over. Press B as in Bob. Do this maybe. Come back in. Maybe do some of this. Some of this. I don't know. Man, that looks horrible. Maybe I'll change it to that glow though. Make it bigger maybe. So that's, I'm just using it as a stencil and see how it interacts with the scene, you know. Maybe even just this. I don't like that. Maybe even just this haze too. Kind of like this haze. Just do that. Interesting. Something like that. Even just this alone. Anyway, that's 33 minutes. Yeah. So, and you know, then I grabbed, say, this, chuck it over, Control T, make it bigger, like that. Kind of size it. See if it's like this big. Would it fit? It's about reasonable. Then, since obviously this isn't normal, I can go in, put a layer mask, start taking away things. See, like this. This is real ad hoc, but you can kind of see what I'm doing, like that. Make it blended, like something like this, like that. See? Just tapping away. See how fast that was? Just tapping away, tapping away, tapping away, tapping away. X to bring it back, X to take away. Make it blended in. Like so. Like so. then since the lighting on this is not good, you know, you can go layer, adjustment layer, photo filter, change that, layer, new adjustment layer, let's say exposure, clipping mask it, and then bring it down. I'm gonna do something like this, just trying to match the lighting. And then press B as in Bob. I'm gonna have this dark while this is brighter. See? Just using the brush tool, streaking it like that. It's a little bit like that. That's it. Maybe yeah. And then maybe if I need to, lower it down some more. Gamma it. So anyhow, so that's 37 minutes. I gotta stop. So that's the process. And then you know, grab everything that can be repackaged. Smart object. Tint modified. Boom. Yeah. One last thing. Grab this. Chuck it. Make it bigger. Change this. Change, make sure it's on the move tool. That way the overlays will work better. It has to be on move tool. I'm just trying it out. See if I like the colors. See if I can use it. Like that. Put a layer mask. B as in Bob. Make it bigger. Paint into the white box. Tap, 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 tap on the outside. Man, maybe not. Yeah. Here, lower the fill. Yeah. And sometimes it just doesn't work and you take it away. And then you can try grabbing something else, something less painterly. Maybe like this. This one. Again, these are all smart objects. Yeah, put this underneath, right on top. Maybe I'll change it. See how moody it gets? I like that. put it underneath the city. See? Something like that, perhaps. Alright, I'll stop. I gotta go. Bye.